here with such an outstanding group of professionals. And thank you, Ted, for that incredible welcome. And the expectations, I got to tell you, they're really, really high. But first of all, let me start out by saying how excited I am to be here in London today. I'm from Australia, as you probably guessed, living in Houston, Texas, but I haven't been back in London for about 12 years. And I'm pinching myself, wondering, why did I wait so long? It's such a fabulous city. So, look, it's incredible to be at an event like this today. And a big thank you to the team at Hackett. It's a great opportunity for you to be here to share your perspectives. And frankly, I love the theme of this event, unlocking digital value. Many of you are probably here in the room thinking, what am I doing here? You know, like 2 years ago, would a group of professionals engaged in, predominantly shared services, would you have been getting together to discuss this stuff, this digital revolution? I mean, really, it's something that's kind of hard to comprehend and really think about. It's not a subject you would naturally think would be at the forefront of your mind. But today, this is really a business imperative. And let me start out the session by using a quote from a fellow Australian, Luke Williams. And I'll let you read this. But essentially what Luke is saying is that today you need a different approach. You need a disruptive approach to really unlock a lot of the value in business. And so let me back up for a second. I'm not going to take for granted that every single one of you in the room here today is sitting here saying to yourself, I really need this digital disruption. I mean, this AI, RPA thing, cognitive analytics, I've heard it all before. How many of you here in the audience today lived through Y2K? Just have a show of hands. Who's good? I'm not the only oldie in the room, okay, that's good. So many of you remember all the hype, right? We were all getting ready for Y2K. And then that night came, and what happened? A big, fat nothing. So, arguably I could understand if some of you are thinking, this thing, it's all a fad. It too shall pass. I can just wait it out. But let me tell you something. One thing I'm sure that all of you want is growth in your business. And if you want growth, then you need innovation. And if you're going to innovate, you're going to need digital disruption. So let me share with you today the journey that we have been on at HP, specifically in finance, and how we led digital disruption throughout our organization. But first we start out with who has a HP printer or laptop in the room?
Ooh.
Yes.
Yes.
A few, maybe not too many. I'm not going to ask who has the competitors, but I think I'm in the right room. I'm in good company. So for those of you who don't know HP, hopefully after this session you'll go out and buy a printer or a PC. But let me introduce the company and tell you a little bit about HP. So we're not a new company. We were founded in 1939. In fact, Bill and Dave are known as the godfathers of Silicon Valley. For those of you who've been there, you'll understand I'm not making this up. HP was really the founder of Silicon Valley. So an incredibly proud company and a fantastic company. One that actually 3 years ago, almost to this day, split itself into two. And today we are known as the company that has the most diverse board in the whole of the tech sector. And in fact, we have almost 20,000 patents. You can see here the kind of company that we've become. We have more than 250,000 channel partners and almost 18,000 patents. So it's a big company. And a company that has gone through an incredible moment. When we split that company 3 years ago, that was really a catalyst for enabling this digital disruption. And let me tell you a story. So I was heavily involved in creating this new company. In fact, I got chosen to lead the finance setup of the entire company. And I've got to tell you, it was probably one of the most exciting times in my career. And I remember that we got together for the first time as a leadership team, and this fabulous resort, I might add, in San Diego called the Coronado Club. And I thought to myself, God, I really made it, you know? I'm going to be the global controller of this company. This is the highlight of my career. So I walked into this leadership meeting thinking that I was going to walk out feeling really jazzed and excited. The CEO brought all of us together and said, look, I know we've embarked on this journey to split the company, but unfortunately while we were doing that, the market for our products has become pretty challenged. So I'm asking all of the functional leaders, and because I led a pretty large function, I had everything from payroll, all the transaction processing to the SEC reporting, I'd like all the functional leaders to take a double-digit cut in their budget. I gotta tell you, that was one of the most challenging times in my career. I walked out of that meeting for the first time thinking, I don't have a plan. I really do not know how I'm going to do this. And in life, they always say, there is this thing about serendipity. So I got on the plane, I left San Diego, I went back to nice, warm, sultry Houston at Christmas time, went back to my office, I kind of sulked for a few days, tried to think about what am I going to do here. And then luckily, somebody out of the blue just decided to come and visit me to talk about this thing called RPA. And at the time, I'll be honest with you, I had really not much of a clue what this meant. I knew it stood for robotics process automation. But then I sat there in this meeting, and kind of like the light bulb went off. I said to myself, this is probably how I'm going to deliver on those double-digit savings. And then the rest of the story is history, and I'll share that with you today. But as we get into that, what I'd like to do is kind of share with you the context around this digital revolution and why it's so important to really understand some of those megatrends. And at HP, we're a big believer that megatrends shape the world. So let me roll the video and share with you just what those trends are all about.